Mr. Know-It-All is here. You know, your focus buddy who never smiles. I didn't know what to do with him, so I had him wait in your room.
Got it. Thanks. Looks like you finally found a door you could open without me.
I'm glad it's there, actually. It kept me from having to mingle with the company you keep. But enough prattle. I believe you owe me an explanation. Your plans for the Zenith base?
You're right. I do owe you. My spear in your throat for deceiving me again. At the Hades Proving Lab.
I doubt you asked me here for that kind of reckoning.
No. Right now, I need your help. So I'm giving you one final chance. But if you ever betray me again, I will kill you no matter what the circumstance. Understood?
Very well. Though we'll both face a decidedly short future if you can't get us inside that base.
Aloy, your other guest is here. She's, coming to you.
Thanks. Good timing. The truth is, I can't actually get us into the base. But she can.
The company you keep is even worse than I thought.
Not a fan of surprises, are you? Oh, look. That must be your little invention.
Does the weapon work? Without self-destructing?
Of course it does. I've eliminated the imperfections and greatly improved its design and output.
How can we be sure?
Care for a demonstration?
Enough, both of you. We're in this together, at least for now. Go talk to Erend. Tell him I said to give you rooms of your own. I'll come see you when I get a chance.
Oh, no. You first.
Better get everyone in the control room, so Tilda can tell us what she knows about the Zenith base. When it looks impossible, look deeper. And then fight like you can win. I will, Rost. Now, and always. Focus. It's pearls. I used to think no Nora would ever accept one. But Varl did. Even when he was overwhelmed. He refused to let me push him away.
Yeah?
I was thinking we could spar for a bit. When you have the time.
Oh, sure. Yeah, of course.
There might be a way to deal with it. Anger.
Yeah, beating the crap out of me makes you feel better. I'm all for it.
Okay. Maybe it's time to get everyone together so Tilda can brief us. But is there anything I should handle before that? Alright, people. I need you up in the control room, right away. Okay, everyone. We all know what's at stake. Beta, Gaia. Not to mention life on Earth. Now, it might seem like the Zeniths are invincible, but they're not. We've got what it takes to break into their base and defeat them. We even have one of them on our side. Tilda, show us the base.
It is constructed atop the ruins of an ancient military facility on an island to the southwest. I can get us inside. To this location, undetected.
How exactly?
You'll know when you need to. Once inside, our goal will be this structure. The launch tower. Gaia and Beta are being held at the top. But along the way, we will face overwhelming resistance. Most importantly from Gerard, Eric, and the others. But also...
Once I take away their shields, we should be able to deal with them. But it will be easier to deploy the device if someone else is carrying it. I'll need a strong back.
Carry stuff? Yeah, I can do that.
Even if your device works, there will still be Spectre drones, scores of them.
If only we had an army to fight them.
I've got that under control. You'll know when you need to. All right. We'll meet up again just before we go in. Where's the best place to rendezvous?
On the coast, just across from the island. Once there, I'll show you the way.
Okay. I'll let you know when I arrive at the rendezvous point. And then you can join me. In the meantime, do whatever you need to prepare. Understood? You two? A minute? Tilda helped me get in touch with Beta, and she told me something important. There's an installation inside the base. It's called a regulator. Here. Once we're inside, I need you two to split off from everyone else and destroy it. So you'll have to bring explosives. This will help stop the drones. Everything depends on it. Are you with me? After that, I want you to find a way to infiltrate the Zenith network.
How?
Go over all the data that Beta left behind. She knew how to do it, I'm sure of that.
All right. But why? What am I trying to do?
Find information about the Zeniths. Anything Tilda's not telling us. Sans is right about one thing. There's no way we can take her on her word.
I'll do my best.
Keep her safe, okay?
On my life.
Okay. Almost time to go after Beta and Gaia. Might be good to check up on everyone first.
We need to get Silen's weapon to the Zenith base intact if we want to take their shield.
Aloy,
We are. We're finally doing this.
never thought I'd be off on a mission to take the... I can hear the...
Varro made the right...
Thanks. I found out a few days before I was... well, so he sat me down for Vala.
You know, we never did get that drink and you never told me exactly how your sister...
I guess we never got round to it. No time like the present, though. If
I guess silence is keep...
I was hoping he'd give me an excuse to hammer his sorry ass to...
Please don't.
You telling me you wouldn't want to get just one good... After everything he's done?
Sure. Late. Doesn't look like any of our guests are making trouble.
Yet. So, Catalo tells me I've been busting my balls trying to learn to read. You're out there...
Don't worry. You'll be getting all...
Looking forward to it.
If...
Little bugger's got some personality. Saved my butt with those spectras. Besides it...
Wouldn't want to spoil your look. You,
I tried. I don't think even a hot forge could melt that ice. And you say she wants to help?
I think so. You think it's time for us to...
Yeah? Oh.
So, how did Ursa escape Mad Sun King Jiran's palace?
Well, first she had to survive. See, during the war, for what? To die as sacrifices. Thinking somehow that was gonna appease all the other... Ah! And when it was Ursa's turn, the Carja thought she'd go down if they threw her.
Oh, but she did.
She defeated all of them. And the Mad Sun King thought it'd be funny to have her run. He enjoyed humiliating.
I remember you telling me something about that. That's how she met Avad. He helped her.
Yeah, but what no Carja scroll is how the young prince snuck Ursa out of the palace. He knew their best chance was to get Ursa. He got her everything she needed. Perfumes.
I get the feeling she wasn't too happy.
Oh man, Ursa would have rather fought her way out of that palace with her bare hands than put on all of that Carja. But Avad insisted it was the only way. Avad had to dress up
She made Avad dress up like a noblewoman?
as perfumed and powdered as a babe. Ursa said he looked better like that than he ever did in a crown.
That would, definitely make for an interesting sight.
Oh, it worked like a charm, too. Not only did they make it out of the palace, they paid a traveling merchant to get Ursa to the border.
You were right.
All good story.
I guess I should get...
I'll see you at the run.
I wouldn't have it... You nervous?
I'd be lying if I said I'm not
The plan will work.
right. Oh, and
Are you okay?
I was wondering. She seems angry,
Don't worry. The Zeniths.
if you say.
I hope our new guest...
Silence. He's the one who built the.
He is. Though I wouldn't expect him. He refuses to dole out his secrets to us.
Oh.
You know that special part of us that makes us warm, kind, welcoming? Yeah. How are you holding up?
Varl's lost. I didn't know him well, but I can see Zoe and Aaron seem to have taken to it, but I don't quite know what to say to them.
They need time. To sort...
And what about you?
I don't know. I imagine you don't know anyone here that well yet, but...
It's funny because one of your friends is, well, another you. Not that you are this. I mean, you are, as in. But even so.
We grew up very differently.
Yes.
I hope everyone's been...
Oh, yeah. And they share the knowledge they learn. It's refreshing. Back home, diviners can only share data with the permission from the...
Sounds restrictive.
You are not.
You mentioned there was something you need...
Yes. So I found references to an old... It's called Leviathan. A sprawling network of... The legacy revealed that the... But the data from Lagreen... It's in...
Another pharaoh?
No. So, if we can acquire that data every year with Leviathan...
Okay.
That's the thing. But one of... You're much...
Of course.
Thank you.
I suppose you saw that Tilda is here.
I almost went up to her to ask her well, every question I've ever... Every diviner I know would kill to get 5 minutes, but now that she's here, I don't know if I'm scared of finding out more uncomfortable. Probably both.
The rest of us should be enough of a zeniths for you to hack it, but you'll have to be quick.
What exactly do you expect?
I don't know. I see you've been...
It's been what would have taken me years to sort through, like the database you helped me recover? With this, I've been able to establish search parameters. This could revolutionize how divine... That is... But I was sent here to help you. I would... Maybe it'll help the Quen find their way...
Any more data?
All of it. We knew in fact, we theorized some of them had settled on it. And we thought journeying across the ocean would be the sheer calculations needed for space travel. It's overwhelming to think about.
Even so, the Quen are way ahead of other tribes when it comes to understand. Where I grew up, everyone thought that stars were sparks that rose from a fire lit by the goddess to guide us through the night. So, all of the tribes here?
Yes. The most fascinating one thus far has been an entire culture based on the Hall. There's much they've misinterpreted, not unlike the Quen. But still, there's a nobility to what they've become.
And deadly. I need to get...
I'll be at the... May truth lead.
And, like I said, I'll let you know when I'm in landfall.
I appreciate it.
Looks like Gaia was able to unlock that door. There's a lot of equipment in here. I wonder what it was all for.
There you are. Well done, Aloy. Despite you're truly a shining example.
I've been thinking about what you said at your house. It was more than that.
Perceptive as ever. You're right, we were together for a time.
Okay, so...
I was an orphan. By my 30s, I was starting to wonder if that was simply... And then I met Liz. It says we'd have coffee at some... I thought it was just shop talk, an exchange of, but... Then I was surprised at how much I looked forward. Soon we were flying halfway across the world every other week just to meet up. For the first time, I didn't feel lonely. I could imagine a future where I wasn't. I think Liz felt the same way at first. She had lost her mother a few years back, but as time passed, it seemed as though she wanted less when I wanted more, and
So helping me, restoring Elizabeth's dream, it's...
A second chance, yes. I made a mistake leaving Earth while Liz stayed behind. I should have done more. So when I saw you, a woman who has carved her own remarkable path beyond even what made Liz a phenomenon, I knew I had to help you.
You said before that you're not like the other Zeniths, that you never were. But you...
Out of necessity. I'm not proud of it. But complicity became a means of survival, both when Earth was consumed and when the colony on Sirius was... I did what I had to. But I've to try to undo what damn... Hence the data channel with Beta. And the little trick I pulled.
Why did you make the data channel look like your house?
I built that house as a shelter, cultural artifacts of, in truly, some of the greatest achievements.
And you wanted Beta to see them?
Yes. I thought if she could, it would bring a heritage data being... I'm sorry, she needed...
Why do you think Elizabeth...
I've wondered that for She was brilliant. Visionary. She cared so deeply for the world. But it also felt like she kept everyone at arm's length, including me. She never wanted to share her burdens. I think, in the end, she had a core that she never let... Sometimes I wonder if anyone really...
I found a recording of you and Elizabeth after Farzineth's attempt to steal Gaia.
Yes. A most...
She said something after the call. I think she regretted how things ended.
Did she? All this time, thank you for telling me. I've always hated that those were the last words we ever said to each other. And that her last impression of me was as a functionary of Far Zenith, not who I truly am.
What else can we expect to find?
As I mentioned in the briefing, our goal will be the command. That's where Beta and there are also printing facilities where the others have been amassing the natural resources they've stripped from.
What for?
First for use in the base's infrastructure, and then to fabricate a small army of them. In addition, they've also been ferrying materials. After hundreds of years, luxurious comforts, the ship was barely space-worthy when we made our disaster can strike at any moment.
Have you figured out how silent?
No, and he's been very careful not to allow me. I'll admit it bothers me, but I am confident it will deal.
How many of them are in the base?
10. Only a handful of us made it to our ship.
So, Eric.
I believe he got worse over time. On Earth, he was the founder of a band of cutthroats, in other words. Even as governments abandoned human combatants in favor of automated warfare. He found success with clientele that required him more. There were also rumors that he personally hunted and killed his targets, all for the thrill of it. But on Sirius, he retreated to virtual In them, he could go on rampages, though I suspect with
What can you tell me about?
He was the head of the world's largest financial conglomerate, and as such, had dealings with almost every major corporation. It made him one of the wealthiest people on Earth, and certainly the wealthiest among Far Zenith.
What does one person do with that much?
Buy more power, Gerard's always believed himself to be a refined patrician, able to maintain control but beneath that exterior is a cold. It was his decision to restrict Beta's upbringing to her the avatars of the Apollo database, while we were painted as her benefit.
Well, we'll deal with him soon enough.
I would very much like.
When I was in the ruins of Vegas, I found data on a man. I think he was a Zenith.
Stanley, ever the optimist. When we established our colony, he built an exact replica of lights, shows, gambling, and while others cloistered themselves in, he flung his doors wide.
The way you're talking about him, I'm guessing he didn't make it back to Earth.
No, he perished. He would have been thrilled to discover that part of his beloved city survived.
When Beta escaped and hid in I saw another one of the Zeniths. Who was she?
A dull star amidst a sea. Unlike most of Far Zenith's members who amassed their wealth through shrewd business deals and technological, Verbena inherited her billions. Her father had achieved great success in the luxury. At age 24, she became the world's most eligible bat, branding herself a life to someone who leverages their fame to influence.
What? Like a cult?
In a way, yes.
Well, she must have done something right to have survived this.
She was her own brand of ruthless. That much is true. But even rats can cling to a...
Okay, so I've had run-ins with...
An array of the wealthiest people on Earth. Titans of their...
And let me guess.
Most, but not all. There were a few with whom I got along. Annika Murjani, for instance, was always delightful. She founded the Holonet's most successful dance channel and was herself. And I had fascinating discussions with Song Jiao about her work in cellular biology. Our immortality treatments are due in part to her achievements. But then there were others like Devin Miller, the CEO of his only real preoccupations were perfecting his golf swing. And when I think about all of us, we really should have accomplished more.
Okay.
I'll be here until... And thank you, Aloy, for... My past has always been a struggle. More than once I've lost everything. I see Liz's dream fulfilled.
Maybe we can make it happen.
We will.
Before I forget, I watered those plants for you. I just know they meant a lot to you. Well.
Thank you, Eric.